Let's go.
This is the Playbook Live, collaborating with 239 Live. I'm Chris, John. And this is just three guys talking real sports, just like fans do. First of all, I'd like to appreciate everyone that's watching and listening. Please like the show, share the show, send it to your friends, and let everyone know this is our second show. And we're going to keep doing this every Friday night at 6 p.m. If you can't make it live, go to 239 Live on YouTube and you can replay it. Are you guys ready to talk some ball or what?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Thank God it's Friday.
It's the weekend, baby.
What?
Yes. So
All right, guys. College. What happened last night?
a whole bunch happened last night, man. Holy smokes.
Wow.
That was a game.
That was a hell of a game.
Holy shit. Man. Hey, so I lost money. Let me preface this.
Go ahead and get that out of the way right away, huh?
Yeah, just to go ahead and revert back to last week. All of us had the wrong picks. Every one of us.
Yes. Yep.
So if you're planning on putting a parlay in or putting money on it,
Don't follow us.
do not follow us.
No.
So I took Ole Miss on a parlay, and I also took them against my uncle
Because he's a big Canes fan.
big UM fan,
Yep.
and I've been running my mouth to him the whole playoffs and been eating it, dude. But like the beginning of the game, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be swimming upstream for Ole Miss, dude, because that defense looked just as dominant as it did.
What about when Lacey ran for that big play, though, and got that touchdown?
That's when they kind of opened up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the whole first half, they were kind of swimming upstream a little bit. Like it was hard treading for them on every level. And then just like the week prior, they went in there, tweaked some things, and came out firing.
I honestly thought, we were talking about it obviously back and forth in our group chat, and I really felt there wasn't going to be a problem. I thought this is going to be easy. They're going to just fly right back into this. And when they scored and you go, I think they scored too early, I was like, I'm not too worried about it. I don't think Carson Beck can get him down that field. And those first two throws, I was like, well, that tight end should have got it, but nah, they're good. They're good. But that last 7 minutes, man, holy cow. Holy cow.
I'm going to be honest, I fell asleep. 6 a.m. in the morning, I was replaying everything. I'm like, what happened? Oh, my God, Ole Miss almost came back and won at the last second. I was just blown away at the back and forth that last 7 minutes.
I will say that Miami tried everything in their power to give that game away.
Yes, they did.
They tried the penalties, and then they would allow Ole Miss to make a defensive play whenever they needed it. They didn't make defensive plays all game.
No.
They kind of ran up and down the field at will. But every time they really needed something in the pinch, they get a sack. They get an tip ball interception. They get 2 sacks. They kind of – and I think this is going to hurt Miami in the championship game, is that they allow teams to hang around because of their style of play. They live by the run. They play that smash mouth style of football, and they're going to live and die by it. I felt like they should have never threw the ball at all last night.
No, they definitely shouldn't have. And here's the problem is that like we talked about those interceptions, you got to lock those down. You cannot afford.
How many missed interceptions were there?
There was 3.
Yeah,
3.
I mean,
like in the bucket.
Here.
Yeah, one was right here, and then the other one went literally
around.
went through 3 people's hands.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, I don't. You take it. Like, good Lord, lock that down."
I would have been reaming.
What do they say? That's why DBs aren't receivers.
Yeah.
I text that last night. That's why DBs ain't. That's why they ain't on the other side of the ball, bro. For sure.
But dude, you've got to keep that. Like, you can't afford, especially your defense is holding them. But here was the problem. Like, you look at it, like the sack total wasn't there. They were
shameless, man.
They were controlling it.
Kid,
right.
That kid's special.
He is special. Oh,
he was navigating around in the pocket.
Now, one thing that frustrated me was, I don't remember if it was the third or fourth. I think it was the fourth quarter. He threw that one ball over to maybe Wallace. I don't remember, but I was like, dude, why didn't you just run?
Mm.
Like you broke all the way around, and he could have easily had that. And because they punted on that drive, I do remember, and I'm sure you're certain it was the fourth quarter. But I'm like, you already outmaneuvered everyone, you know. So when they did the drive they scored on there in the fourth quarter, he took off. I was like, there you go, finally, just take it.
He didn't run much at all.
No.
Dude. And when he did initially, when he did run, which was few and far between, he wasn't going nowhere.
No.
And then he had one big play, I think, right before halftime, where he kind of, or maybe in the third quarter, where he ran, you know, a considerable amount, like maybe 14, 15 yards. I was like, oh, okay, there we go. Just keep going, bud. You know what I mean? But Miami dominated the trenches.
I was going to say that exactly. Yep.
Yeah, they dominated the trenches, man. They were. You can't. I would.
Can't take me nowhere.
Man, this guy's got to go.
Oh, there you go. Good job. Good job.
Him out of
hey, Gary, call us back later. All right.
Hey, we're gonna throw a penalty right now.
Flag on the play.
Yeah.
We only planned for this.
Unsportsmanlike dickweed.
Now, hopefully, folks, for those of you that are watching, we will have little things that will pop up and everything to make basically a big ass out of Chris in those moments. But for now, you'll just have to make fun of him with us.
That's it. Send it in the chat.
All right, back to football.
But with the time of possession, Miami controlled. I think it was like 40 or 42 minutes. Miami had time. Ole Miss was like 20.
Yeah, it was double. Almost double.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no way you would think the score would be that close and be neck to neck like that.
Well, I mean, we're talking about Ole Miss's offense. We're talking about basically two totally different. We're talking about the turtle versus the hare here.
Yeah.
So we're talking about someone who loves to just slow grind it versus someone who is just shot out of a cannon all day long. I mean, you look at that final drive, like that's normal play for them, where they're like, I'm going to move the ball in like 3 to 4 plays, and we're going to be right there on the end zone and looking to score. That's their normal play.
I love that. I'm old school, man. I like that smash mouth football because like that beats a defense up.
Oh,
beats them up.
Well, Miami's coach, an old offensive lineman, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably why they were able to drive down the field. You know, like that last play, which was epic. That was an epic drive, man.
Yeah.
He almost threw an interception, dude.
He did.
That was close.
You know how good of a feeling it had to be for Carson Beck when that last play when he ran it in the end zone and it was wide open.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
He did it so on accident.
Like I could just see the camera view in his face and just the excitement and joy. And I'm like, that's got to be a great moment. You know?
Absolutely.
That's that feeling.
I was watching it on the Pat McAfee sideline view, and I loved it because they were talking about how he was screaming as he was running in. Like it was like the greatest, just to hear that pure joy in his voice. I was like, oh, that's got to be so amazing.
If you're a sports guy, that feeling right there is what you are chasing, guys.
Absolutely.
That is what you're chasing, man. I've had them moments, dude. Like, you know, when I was playing baseball, I hit a walk-off. Oh, dude. Oh, man. Fired up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fired up. One thing that I actually looked at earlier, so Miami dominated time possession, dominated the trenches, you know. I think what really killed Ole Miss was third down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
They were 2 for 10, and Miami was 11 for 19. So they couldn't get Miami off the field, and they couldn't stay on the field.
Right.
Which gave, you know, like Miami's defense, you initially think, you know, defensive line, which they weren't sacking them, but they were all over the place.
Right.
They were all over the place.
And I also think it didn't help it early on. Well, at least the end of the first half.
Lacey.
No, not the Lacey, but for Miami was some of the officiating, like that targeting call to me. To me was a BS call. Like,
so the one that got
the
overturned or the second
one? Yeah, because to me, all right, he's going down. What is that kid supposed to do? Like, you're throwing your shoulder into a guy who's already falling down. Like, how are you going to call targeting on such a low play?
It's so hard because it's such bang bang, and we're moving. They're moving so fast,
fast, dude.
You know, I'm just trying to make a play on the ball. I'm trying to make a play on the ball carrier.
Yeah, and I honestly I believe most players now they do everything in their power never to lead with their head anymore. You know, So,
by definition, though, of what they have defined as targeting, it was definitely targeting.
By definition, I get that, but it's like,
It's.
Well, what about the last play of the game? Was that pass interference?
I thought it was pass interference.
Okay, realistically, here's my problem. How many times do you see that they never call it on those end plays?
It's too big of a. It has to be extremely like blatant.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean, it was close to being.
It was very.
It was close to being blatant, dude. He was holding that dude down for at least 5 yards and into the end.
He had him right here, right,
yeah,
John?
Yeah, like this. And the dude could have made a play on the ball if he wasn't.
I think so
down.
too. Yeah, I do.
Like, I watched it numerous times. At first, I was like, "Oh, he couldn't have caught it." And then I watched it a couple more times, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, he was there." But he was being held down the whole entire time. And, I was throwing my flag in my bedroom when my wife, she was running her mouth to me as well. But look at this guy. Look at this. Look, you need to put your phone on silent or do not disturb.
It didn't ring.
I know.
Oh.
I'm saying. I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it.
I saw it too.
Quit phone watching.
I mean, but okay. But listen, they were both hand fighting. It wasn't just he wasn't completely. Oh, dude, come on now. Listen, I wanted Ole Miss to win that even more than Miami. Not because I had nothing against Miami, but it just. I'll be honest with you. It made for more drama to add to the fuel, the fire of the whole. Yeah, I know these seats. By the way, we apologize if you keep seeing us getting up. John and I keep dropping like flies. So if one of us disappears below the bench,
they're heavyweight champs over there.
No, we're man size. We're definitely man size.
Yeah.
So here's the question then, right? 3 weeks in a row, Miami has surprised and fought and won every time, even though everyone thought they weren't going to be the winners. I mean, what does that tell us for a week and a half from now?
Well, I'm going to say that if we're talking about what's going to actually happen when it comes to facing, let's say, Oregon or Indiana, I feel bad for whoever shows up there because no matter what, you're walking off the plane into terrible territory.
Home field advantage, baby.
The second you walk off, it doesn't matter if you win or lose that game. You are walking off that plane, and you are. I mean, you couldn't. I don't know of a team you could be facing. It would be a worst place scenario because you could be playing in Indianapolis, okay, for this game, and Indiana could be hosting it. And the fans would be like,
no.
Oh, welcome, blah, blah, blah. Not Miami.
Not Miami. No, not Dade County.
No, they're going to torment whoever walks off that plane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good Lord.
It's going to be live in there, guys.
Yeah. It's going to be. You know what?
$2,500 for nosebleed tickets.
No, 3,000.
3,000.
3,000. I looked last night.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, me and John been season ticket holders to the Dolphins for a few years. So I'm like, I mean, this is once in a lifetime. I'm not even a U fan, but the experience, at home.
I'm not a fan of any of the teams that are in this right now, but it's right down the road.
Right there.
Who are you a fan of again for college?
Notre Dame. Yeah, I know the team that Miami supplanted.
Get him, Rudiger.
To get this. So trust me, I get it.
Notre Dame got gypped, huh?
Well, we can talk about that now too, because they made the right decision, in my opinion, from the start. Now it's reaffirmed 10 times over. They definitely made the right decision.
I'm not. Here's my problem. Okay, we're gonna go on a side subject.
Sorry.
Here. Okay, but here's my thing.
Sorry,
all right?
I'm not sorry.
I didn't have a problem. I had a problem with the Miami situation, not because Miami wasn't a good team. My problem is that when you looked at them records to records, okay, who did Miami lose against and who did Notre Dame lose against?
Well, you could also say
Stutter Stanley. Here we go. So
you can also say who did Notre Dame play as opposed to who did Miami play. That could also be an argument.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying when you compared all the numbers, all the stats, all right, they were basically right there neck and neck with each other. Miami was slightly better on all the national stuff, just hairline above Notre Dame. Okay. So it wasn't like there was like this dramatic difference.
What are we talking about?
But when you look at where the actual losses came from, they came from what? Were they ranked? No.
No, they were not.
No. Now, what was Notre Dame's?
Gotcha.
I got
what you're
playoff
teams. I
teams.
get you.
2 playoff teams. not 0, 2 playoff teams.
So, and also, I think that might be a case of, or do we think that it's a case of Notre Dame not being in the conference that hurt them this time?
Yeah.
Because back in the day, Notre Dame is a household name.
Yep.
They got their own contract. They didn't need no conference.
No.
Well, let's be real. Notre Dame now, as opposed to when they were the college team, they're not that anymore.
Well, it's not even just that, but it's the whole, we got to put a Power 5 in.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest here. Nothing against JMU. Nothing against Tulane. There's no way in freaking hell that those guys are in the top 25 at the end of the year.
If they're in a power conference,
if they were except they had to be squeezed in so that way they were ranked, so that way they could be put into the playoffs.
Yeah, well, it's like college kids playing high school kids.
It is.
No offense.
Yeah,
I don't mean that in any disrespectful way, or you know what I mean. Like them boys played ball, they kicked butt, they did. You know what I'm saying? But
if you're looking at the 132 teams in the nation,
the
top 25 teams, I can tell you that it's not going to be JMU and it's not going to be Tulane.
Yeah.
But it's just been so much chatter over the years. Like, oh, these guys are never going to get the chance to play.
Right.
And now the last 2 years, you see why these guys don't get the chance to play because it's just not the same.
They want it to be like the basketball tournament, and the basketball tournament is a whole different element.
Yeah, it's just not going to work in football.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's not going to be the same thing. You're not going to have. It's great, but 5-on-5 basketball is going to be a whole lot different than basically you're going to have what's going to appear to
look so much more taxing and demanding, dude. These dudes aren't going to. There's not going to be a 6-4 team. Tournament for football. These dudes will die.
Yeah. You're gonna have teams that show up.
It'll go on all year long.
You're gonna have guys show up that are gonna look like NFL squads.
Yeah.
And someone that's gonna show up and look like freaking the JV squad.
Yeah. Listen, I remember as a kid playing like pee-wee football and everything, and then you go against, you know what I'm saying?
The best team.
The best team.
Like, is those guys in college? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, here's a question now, right? So Chambliss just got denied for his eligibility for next year, right? So he's got to declare for the draft. That make him a first-round draft pick, a top 10, number 3 quarterback. I mean,
I say number 3. I don't say top 10.
I say definitely probably number 3 over Ty Simpson. I think he's better than Ty Simpson on all levels. I don't like first round.
No,
I don't like first round. I'm more of a typical. I want a 6'4", 235 guy. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to talk down on the smaller quarterbacks, but it has been proven over and over and over again that yes, these guys can ball, but how long can they ball is the problem. Like you're seeing it now in the NFL. These guys came out firing.
Who are you going to say?
I'm going to say Kyler Murray and Tua.
Okay. Well, I was just thinking even Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels
you know?
As well. Yeah.
Right.
And he's even sooner than these guys were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I just think that their longevity is so much shorter than your typical 6'4", 235, 240 guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys are just, it's a demanding, these guys are flying around. You got the best athletes in the world and they're
trying to smash it every play.
6'5", running 4.5 40s and
300 pounds,
dude,
gladiators.
I mean, hammering and like a body that size and a frame of that is not meant to sustain something like that. It's just not. I just don't think it's possible, you know.
Look, my personal opinion is that with Chambliss is that there may be someone who reaches and takes him in the first round, but he's not a first round guy. He is absolutely, to me, he's a 3rd round pick in a real draft. But
like Sanders.
But in
he was fifth.
He was fifth.
yeah,
That's right.
But in a weak quarterback draft like this one's going to be,
Someone might reach.
You never can tell on
I
this.
saw a mock draft. They had Miami taking him. Don't do that to me, man.
But that's the realization. That's what you're dealing with here. Is that when you have a draft where right now you're looking at 1-2, that everyone's projecting 1-2 of being 2 quarterbacks taken, whatever they are. Okay, and then you've got Ty Simpson who's already declared, and Chambliss who's going to have to now. Realistically, when you look at the rest of the landscape, there's no one as of right now until the combine and everything else comes out. There's no one else who's rocketing to the top of your list and going, oh yeah, I got to have that kid.
Yeah.
There's Carson Beck who a few years ago was, probably 3 years ago was like going to be like, holy cow, Nussmeier coming into this year was supposed to be, ridiculous.
So Sellers.
Yeah. Sellers. Another one.
Yeah. Sellers. So if Carson Beck wins the championship, would he be third?
No.
No.
He's fifth plus.
Yeah.
I mean, and that might be a stretch. You know what I mean?
I think Beck is because he's limited athletically, because he's a timing based quarterback, and he's already had injuries and everything else. He's older. I think it will limit his stock dramatically already coming. So he's going to be hurt by all those factors when he gets drafted.
Yeah.
So
what did he tear? It was a ULP or a UPL or something. I forget what it was called. Okay, so how about the game tonight?
I said it from the beginning. I don't think anybody's beating Indiana.
Nobody, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's beating Indiana. I just don't, dude. I don't see it happening. They're the big fundamental.
What do they have? Like 4 or 5-star recruits, and Miami has how many?
Oh, it's not even close. The one thing about Miami's coach, he is a recruiting machine. He's proven that everywhere he's went. He's a great recruiter. But them guys are just so fundamentally sound over there. Like they don't make many mistakes.
Yeah.
And
that's what it takes.
I can guarantee you that if Miami comes in there and makes the mistakes they've made,
they're in trouble.
Even half of them, they're not going to win.
Yeah.
Do I think it's outside the realm of possibility that Miami can win? No, I don't think it's outside the realm. I think they can win.
Yeah.
My opinion is that Indiana just took apart Alabama, bro.
Tore them apart, dude.
Took them people apart, dude. Alabama's beat some of the best teams in the country this season, bro.
Yeah.
And they gave a fight for the games they lost. What? I don't think anybody's.
I'm surprised Indiana's only favored 3.5.
Yeah, I mean that's a solid line.
It's
a solid line for sure. I think, and they still got to win tonight.
That's true.
They still got to win tonight, so we're not going to crown them champs already.
Definitely not. So here's a question then: if Moore somehow pulls off, as we would think, a miracle win of some sort, right? Does he get drafted ahead of Mendoza?
I don't think so. My personal opinion is no. Mendoza just does everything good.
He's like just the underdog champ, dude.
Big fundamental.
You know what I mean?
Like he's threw some interceptions in the playoffs for sure, but like for the most part, they play mistake-free football. Yeah. Look, hold on, I'm going down. Hold on, let me go get my drink.
Low rider.
Get my drink.
Lord, I'm back. Holy cow! That thing went, dude. I think you broke that.
You're gonna be a standing room only tonight, guys. Yeah. Standing room only.
These things are cheap anyway.
Yeah. All right. I think for me, Moore is probably the better passer. Because he's the better pure passer. You know what I'm saying? He's smooth as butter. Like when you watch him go, he's more athletic.
Okay.
All right. He is when he goes, it's just like boom, boom, boom. When you watch him, you'll watch him play. You don't even realize that all of a sudden the numbers are there. You're like, wait a minute, what just happened?
Yeah.
And you're like, how? I didn't see that. You know, when you're watching the game, you're like, these don't calculate. But then when you replay the game, you're like, holy cow, it did. Because he's just it doesn't.
He just flows.
He just flows so easy. You know, Mendoza. You know, he'll do like he'll do what he does, but like it seems like it's more of a wow thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like I would rather have that smooth operator who's just clocking it, just boom, 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 and all of a sudden he's just tearing you apart. And next thing you know, he's hit you for 200 plus and 3 touchdowns, and you didn't even know what happened to you. You know,
I agree with you about him being a smoother passer and a better, you know, like naturally gifted passer. You know what I mean? But I just think Mendoza's better all around. You know, I think he processes the field better too.
you think?
I do.
You don't think that because of Indiana, because of their run, Pat, you know what I mean? Like the system there is so smooth.
Did it play the factor?
Maybe Mendoza doesn't have to flow as well. You know what I'm saying?
It feels almost like Mendoza because he's when he throws these guys, like it's more flashy because it's just a tick behind. And so you're seeing some crazy catches, but they're almost like it's because they're just a smidge there. Whereas Moore is like, boom, I'm hitting you on the spot. You keep moving, go.
Well, like there's obviously something there with Mendoza, though. I mean, to be honest, almost everybody is taking him number one for the most part. You know, there's some outliers for sure.
Yeah,
we talked a little bit about this earlier. You've seen some picks where people like Moore better. But on a whole, Mendoza's the surefire number one pick in other people's eyes, analysis eyes, you know, mock draft people's eyes. He's the surefire guy.
People that study.
Yeah. And like, there's something there.
All right, pre-combine. How much?
Pre-combine?
$20.
You're either gonna get back some of your money, John, or you're gonna be deeper in the hole.
No, I'm plus territory with this guy.
He's plus territory right now with me, but I'm just saying I'm saying Moore over Mendoza
for number one.
We won't even say number one. We'll just say because
in the draft
right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll take Mendoza, dude, all day.
I'm taking.
I love that.
Yeah.
Jeez, Mendoza better win tonight. Otherwise, you're dead.
Boy, sweet.
Yeah.
Boy, so sweet.
Well, Mendoza's going to win tonight.
Yeah.
I feel personally Indiana is the better team
for sure
because like we've been talking about, they're
playing solid football.
They're a team.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're so fundamentally sound. Dude.
Yeah, they're playing solid football.
Yeah, the big fundamental. I said it like 3 or 4 times already. The big fundamental, dude. The team is the big fundamental.
Yeah,
and like that's why I love Signetti because they don't like if you want to win games, you got to not make mistakes.
Yeah. So
if you can do that,
if Signetti wins, right, and they're in the national championship, whether they win or lose, right? Does he stay in Indiana?
Yeah.
Does he go to a higher school? Does he maybe go to the NFL?
No.
I mean,
no.
He's building.
We talked about this. We talked about this for if he was doing anything. If he was not leaving to go to a bigger school, my opinion. If he was to go anywhere, because we brought up the NFL thing, I said, okay, Raiders draft number 1. Okay. They say they take Heisman Mendoza, and he goes, and the Raiders say you can coach him.
You know, yeah, but the Raiders are going to hire a coach before draft.
Right.
But that's what they're saying.
That's part of the okay. Yeah. I got
like,
you.
Hey, look, we want to make you the coach so you can come.
So you can get your man.
Like I could see someone saying, "Hey, we're gonna," that would be the situation.
That'd be part of the deal.
Yeah, but
I'd do it.
But I would. I don't see him. I don't see him wanting to have anything to do with the NFL.
You think Tom Brady believes in Mendoza?
No.
If I'm Tom Brady, hey, listen here, Tom. You heard it here first. Get Signetti.
No.
And then get Mendoza number 1. You heard it here first.
Listen, no, because Signetti reminds me of that ball coach of a kind of an Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
He is a hard nosed, no BS.
Hold
But
on, let me
hold
stop.
on,
Hold
hold
on.
on.
Let me stop
Hold
you
on,
right
hold
there,
on.
dude.
Hold on. But
I don't know. They were hanging out in Florida. I know that when Urban Meyer was there.
But I'm saying, but he's not going to. He's an egomaniac who's not going to tolerate the egos of professional players.
Okay.
That worked out well for Meyer when he was in Jacksonville. What are you talking about?
What?
Dude?
How did it
No
work
way.
out? How did it work out for him in Jacksonville?
He was
Not
running around
well.
with some girl.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's why he's not going to the NFL. He can't. He doesn't want to deal with NFL players.
Hold on, but you said
He's saying
that he reminds me of Urban Meyer, who went to the NFL,
and it didn't work out well. That's what I'm saying. It won't. He can't do the NFL because he can only do.
I see what you're
players.
saying.
I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but I'm just trying to play your words on your.
No.
You
You're trying to twist my words. I was saying because it didn't work out well.
You
for
know
Urban
what?
Meyer.
Rewind the tape. Play it again.
Listen, when I get this software down, I'm going to be good.
Hey, so, I mean, I would love to see and I don't care who you're dealing with, whether it be college players, high school players, and yes, the NFL is shot through with endorsements, monies, and it's money driven and fame driven league for sure, and I agree. But your style of football is your style of football as a coach, no matter what.
Right.
But you don't think you have more control in college over your team than in the NFL?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think that's what Chris is saying.
Yeah, and I get it, and I understand that, but still, you would go in there and implement your style of coaching. You know what I mean? Which is mistake free, dude.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
But have you really paid attention to Signetti on the sideline?
I have. Dude,
You're telling me
his default setting is a frown.
you're telling me that he's going to sit there. And nothing against Signetti, if you not that you're watching, but if you are,
We love you.
we love you. We'd love for you to come on.
We'd have you.
But if Kurt's sitting there
Mhm.
and he's making those faces and he's talking about Google me, I win. You think that he's going to be able to deal with an NFL locker room with those guys?
I do.
No,
Because of that, because of that mentality, or that I think he'd be fine over there.
I think he's going to stay, though. I think he's built a culture there
yes,
that he's proud of. I mean, the school, the state. I mean,
I think he's feeding off that frenzy. I think he loves this.
I mean, why wouldn't you stay
Yeah.
for a little? You know what I mean? Build a little bit of a dynasty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like change the
I love
recruiting.
that.
You know, like
I think he's gonna stay, but you know what, man? You just never know.
you never know.
You never know.
Oh,
Someone comes
listen, he
calling.
wins a national championship, and then all of a sudden, money's on the other side of that. There's
Here's the thing, though, and I always point out to this: that money is going to be the same in most of the schools they go to. What's going to make the difference is the recruiting.
the recruiting.
So if he can, as long as he can keep recruiting to the same level,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a problem.
Well, recruiting wise, though, I mean, they're not that high up in recruiting. Though.
They've done
You
well.
know?
They've done okay in transfers so far.
Because I mean, look who are they getting next year for their
I can't
quarterback?
remember.
It was Sorsby.
Yes. Yep. Sorsby. And Sorsby was sought after, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, so the best recruiting, I don't care what coach you are, is winning. You know,
Without a doubt.
If you're winning,
Yeah, people want to come.
they want to come.
They want to come.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, you know, like, they want to see draft picks too. These kids want to see, oh, look, Alabama, they have
Well, yeah, and now
umpteen.
now they want to see a little bit of money too because the
Yes, the NIL.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
In Indiana, that's easy for them to do.
It's a lot easier, right?
But they can get NIL money. They got plenty of money there.
Oh, all them colleges got
Yeah.
plenty of money too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be real, it's just
Yeah.
what are they willing to spend? You know, what are these boosters willing to put up now that they're relevant?
Yeah.
And the money's going to flow.
Yeah. Do you look who's one of the boosters there?
Who?
Put me in the game. Who?
Freaking Mark Cuban.
Yeah. He's a nugget.
Yeah. He just dumped a bunch of money there.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
So
either.
here's a question then, right? Because of the college playoffs, has it exposed the SEC as not being as dominant as it's been?
Bing bong.
You know what I mean?
Bing bong, SEC
How
fans.
about you just get you a conference and come talk to me? All right?
Hello.
Get you a conference and come talk to me.
Just so you guys know, I'm a big Ten fan, and I'm sitting with two SEC bums. Let's see here. Who is still in the running for the championship? Not these two.
Hold on. You're a Notre Dame fan.
I am
talking about, but you're
But
from the Midwest.
I'm from the
Yeah,
Midwest.
Okay.
Yes.
from the Midwest.
Yeah, but you can't claim the Big Ten when your team's not in the Big Ten, bro.
I'm also an Illinois fan.
There we go, dude. You
What-
can't have two teams.
So listen,
it don't work that way.
Listen, when I watch basketball,
Oh, you want Illinois to win, not Notre Dame?
yeah, because
What if they're playing each other?
I don't watch Notre Dame basketball. Listen, I grew up a Notre Dame football fan because I'm Catholic and I'm from the Midwest. And if you don't root for Notre Dame, you might as well just go ahead and die. Okay, my grandmother
Just go straight out back, dig
Yeah.
a hole, and fall right in it.
Well, just because I'm an outlaw, I'd be running around there screaming about Purdue and them punks.
Yeah. So listen, my grandmother, who hates sports, was the only thing she liked was Notre Dame football. And I was like, yeah, I'll just stick by that. So
I
that
love
way she
that
didn't
lady.
beat me. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it comes up. Notre Dame football back in the day was a religion.
Oh,
Yes.
And it's still a religion.
Uh-huh.
You know, they're just not as good
Yeah.
for prolonged periods as they used to be. But definitely a religion.
Yeah.
They were it.
Yeah.
They were it. So,
You ready to shift gears?
No, we didn't finish the conversation. We avoided it real fast. Let's point out the fact that SEC football, since the conference or since we came into a playoff format, has won how many titles?
How many teams were in the playoff from the SEC this year?
How many?
Alabama, Texas A&M,
hold on, let's look at this real quick.
Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
There's
There's a quarter. There's a quarter.
That's 30. What is there? 12 teams, right?
Yeah.
12 teams.
That's 33%, my guy.
Yeah.
33%.
33%. Yes.
Split between the other 100 teams.
So you can't say they're still not dominant.
I'm not saying that they're not dominant. The problem is that just because you show up to the dance, you got to actually do something.
But you got to get a ticket to the dance to go to the dance.
Correct. The last 3 years, who has won what conference has won?
Nick Saban retired, man.
Oh, so only Nick Saban can win it for you?
Yeah,
no. Only Nick Saban. No one else can win.
Listen, honestly, I've definitely, I don't understand maybe what's been happening in Georgia, but I definitely feel like they've been going a little bit downhill recently.
Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my opinion on this, as far as the SEC, because they're beating up on each other so much all year long. Like any given week in the college football during the college football season, you got ranked team versus ranked team coming out of the SEC, ranked team versus ranked team every single week. They are playing the best teams that there is continuously. And like, that's the fact, like that's where the speed's at mostly. Yeah. The speed, the physicality. So, come playoff time, then people are beat up, man.
Yeah.
They're beat up. And I think the layoff hurt Georgia bad because in my opinion, they were the best team coming into the playoffs. The way they looked.
Mm-hmm.
I like them even better in Indiana. I still wasn't sold on Indiana. I thought it was a fluke they beat Ohio State the first time.
Yeah.
But now I'm definitely sold because of what they've done so far.
Right.
But I like Georgia the best out of all of them, and they were off for over 30 days, over a month.
Yeah, I think that the
26 days
is too much.
Yeah.
One, I think two.
Did we talk about this last week?
We did.
But I wanted to point out the fact that what the problem I think is that while knives sharpen knives in this instance, right? It is one of the concerns is as we talked about the NIL situation, right?
Yeah.
It spreads the love out a little bit more.
It does.
But I think that one of the things is that while the SEC is loaded with talent, I think it's showing that now that coaching that maybe that's not so loaded as far as the overall coaching.
No, I agree.
So, and that's where when it comes playoff time, I think that's where it separates the men from the boys.
I just think they're worn out and beat down.
Everyone's worn out and beat down.
But they're not playing the same competition, is what I'm saying. They're not playing the same competition in the SEC that the SEC is, because they're playing each other.
Listen. You're still playing football.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it no matter what, you're still running out there and you're hitting each other at 1,000 miles per hour.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
So
I disagree too.
I think what's coming down is you're starting to see that overall coaching landscape has spread around where there's better coaching elsewhere, and that ultimately is not. And that's where I think we're seeing that the SEC is not as fine-tuned as it once was. It was so funny, as they pointed out, in these 4 games, okay, before last night, all 4 of them were Saban disciples.
Yeah.
But none of them, watch him call it, Kalen was not a disciple of Saban's. They didn't hire one of his disciples, So it points out again that, why didn't Alabama, as smart as they are, go back after one of his own?
Yeah, I don't know why they did
what
they did.
But that's one of the problems is that his disciples have spread out.
I like that though for college football.
No, I do too.
What I mean, for overall for it, I do like that for the sport.
To me, honestly, there is the disciple, and that's Kirby Smart. You know what I'm saying? That is the Saban disciple.
Yeah.
I mean, who else has really done anything? I mean, they've done some things of substance, but Kiffin, but there was never anybody there long enough to really, they're constantly rotating in and out of Alabama constantly.
Yeah.
Because they were winning national championships. Everybody wanted to cherry pick their coaches and make them their head coach. But Smart is the only one who's really, in my opinion, done anything worthwhile as a Saban disciple. Because there's only one Nick Saban, bro. Let's be real, guys.
Yeah,
I know.
But Kirby Smart is the closest thing to a clone.
He is the closest thing to a clone, but it reminds you that there are inside the coaching trees, there are people who learn and grow. Okay. So it doesn't mean that there aren't people that you should have probably paid attention to. And that's one of the issues is that you have, you've got to at least look as they've expanded out into the environment and gone out, maybe you should focus, hey, as these guys are growing their coaching trees from that coaching tree, you can't just rely on someone who was just there for a couple weeks. Where's some of this homegrown talent that we had from way back when, who's now starting to grow up on their own, and what are they developing and who are they developing? Because that's a part of it.
Yeah.
Because none of those guys weren't recent guys. Signetti went off. He went to several other schools. He was a wide receiver coach. Golding was his defensive coordinator, but the other guys were all position coaches who went off to do other things and developed over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And real quick, I think we should move on after this, but I think inexperience at coaching killed Ole Miss last night. And why I say that is that last drive. I understand that's how Ole Miss offense works. They move fast. That was their game plan. They're going to wear Miami out. But we're at the end of the game. You got to make
they weren't disciplined enough, because those 2 big plays that Miami had with Tony and I forget the other receiver's name. If those 2 big plays wouldn't happen, it would have been a different game.
Well, just imagine, I don't think anybody was stopping them from scoring when they scored their last drive that they scored on. Why not slow it down?
Yeah.
Slow it down, dude.
Yeah.
You got to learn to adjust mid-game when things like this are going on, especially in this situation. We're not talking regular season game.
No.
Yeah.
And even in the regular season game, you need to slow it down. You know what I mean? I text Chris, right? They left way too much time on the clock, bro. And Miami's been walking up and down the field all game long, dude.
Yeah.
like all game.
Yep.
And I was like, man, they screwed up. I was screaming at the TV like, go in. He's snapping the ball with 22 seconds on the play clock. I'm like, what the is this guy doing, man? They weren't going to stop.
No.
Yeah.
Chambliss was in that mode. He was in the flow state at that point. He was going in the end zone no matter what.
Yeah. No, he was. And they probably, in my opinion, when they were flying down that field, for me, they should have tried. Before they got to that point, they probably could have played one more quick play instead of trying to go straight to the end zone.
Yeah.
Because you would have gotten a first down. All right. And you're not spiking it. You don't have time to spike it.
No.
You just hike it and go.
Run with it.
Oh man. And what if they wouldn't have missed that field goal?
Oh,
and they were, they got down the field in 11 seconds and were on the 30-yard line to kick another field goal. If they wouldn't have missed the first one, which the guy hit numerous 50 yards already.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
What ifs?
What if? So many.
Like we're over here critiquing somebody for scoring a touchdown. He shouldn't have done that. It was stupid.
Yeah.
Well, look, let's shift. Let's talk NFL now because we got games
Playoffs
tomorrow,
playoffs.
right? Playoffs tomorrow night. We got Rams versus Panthers at 4:30 and Packers versus Bears at 8.
Woo!
I heard there's going to be some snow up there.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
20-mile-an-hour plus winds. The Windy City, right?
Oh God, I wish I was there.
So why is it called? It's not called. Somebody was that you that was telling me about the reason it's called the Windy City?
Yeah, it's not actually because of
the wind.
Yeah.
What is it because of?
Jesus, now you asked me that. I'm drawing a blank now.
It's okay. We'll come back.
Yeah.
So Rams versus Panthers.
I mean, if you ask me.
My wife.
Yes.
She's lovely.
Bye, JR. Good sleeping.
My nephew.
All right.
So it's a walk in the park for the Rams, right?
Well, considering the Panthers beat them the last time they played, I would say that the Rams are going to stomp a mud hole in their ass because of the fact that realistically they want a come up. They're healthier, and they're pretty ticked off that they lost. But here's the problem: Rams defense has looked like trash,
hot garbage,
and they were playing well when they played them that time. And the fact of the matter is that the Panthers are a scary team because you don't know.
Never know what you're gonna get, huh?
No.
Yeah. All of a sudden,
it's like a box of chocolate.
All of a sudden, they're throwing for. This Young's throwing for 300 plus yards and 4 touchdowns out of the middle of nowhere, and then come back the next week and put up a goose egg. Take a dump right on the floor, dude. The spread last time I looked at it was a couple of days ago was 11 points.
Yeah, I think it's 10.5 now.
You think they cover the 11?
I do for sure.
Yeah,
I think the Rams are going to smoke them.
Okay. Here's the thing, if because Dowdle and Hubbard could maybe run on them, but it's just I have a hard time seeing it.
That was way back when Hubbard was going off. I mean, Dowdle was going off. He hasn't done that much since.
He hasn't, and that's
he had about 3 games.
Exactly.
But he just the other game, Hubbard went off. It's like again. They're so inconsistent.
Yeah, and on face value, yes, they smoke them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But you just don't know who's going to show up. The Panthers, which Panthers are going to show up?
I just picked McVay on this one, hands down.
Look,
no.
If I'm betting money, I'm putting everything on the Rams. But the
minus 11,
yes. But the realization is that
excuse me.
This is probably the wildest wild card weekend I've ever seen in my entire life coming into the playoffs.
Well, I'm just here to tell you guys, thanks for just ruining my hopes. I got the Panthers plus 11 on one of my parlays.
You should have talked to us first.
Yeah, I'll talk to you. You guys suck too because your picks were same as mine last week. So
it's a new week.
Listen. Last week I had everything set in my mind because everything looked a certain way, and then it flipped. It all went wrong.
Well, what about the Packers Bears? Because I don't think Love's playing, right? So you got Malik Willis playing?
Is he not playing?
No, Love is playing.
For sure.
Yes. Yeah. Love is playing. Malik Willis may not play.
Okay. Maybe I read that wrong then.
Right. Yeah. But here's the problem. horrible weather. Okay. So, good chance that there'll be a lot of rushing. Okay. Packers are healthy. Bears are healthy. They are. The realization is that this could be, just a bunch of running, and who knows what'll happen. Realistically, on paper, it would seem like because of the rushing for the year, it would look like it would favor Chicago. But Josh Jacobs is a beast, and the Green Bay has their offensive line back. So I would love to go walk in as a diehard Bears fan, and who broke their chair?
Nobody. Keep going.
I'd love to say as a diehard Bears fan that this is going to be a walk in the park, but they're a dog at home.
Yeah.
And
1 point.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Basically a pick 'em.
Yeah. But the problem is that, this is going to be chaos. This is going to be, it's going to be whoever has the ball last is going to, literally, it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be like the other two games where there's going to be one team that really takes a hold of it right out of the gate, and I don't think Green Bay is going to like grab it early and pass all over the place because I don't think the weather is going to allow it.
Yeah. I don't know if Green Bay's like meshing well together either because of all the injuries, so I don't know if they're hitting like Chicago's been hitting week in and week out.
What time is that game at?
8.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
I might have to come over to your house, bro.
All right, come over.
We should invade his property.
Yeah.
Invade it.
There better be snacks. All right.
His wife makes snacks.
Yeah, she does. The
She
bakery.
does.
She's got the. I do.
Is it up there?
Bakery.
Oh, see that?
Yeah, Fluttercorn Bakery.
Fluttercorn Bakery.
Yeah.
Tell your people. Tell your people.
So who you picking?
Who, me?
Packers, Bears.
I didn't even get a chance to elaborate. Chris is just going off about the Bears over there.
Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah, you get him going on the Bears, man. I get it, dude.
I should have put the Bears last.
I can't do that right now because I'm a Dolphins fan. I've been thinking about this for like the last day and a half. With the weather, if the weather is what they say it's going to be, it's all about, like you said, all about the run game, I think Jacobs is the better overall running back out of all the running backs.
Yes, correct.
But I think Chicago is better with their 1-2 punch. Yes. And
that's what I like too.
I disagree with you about the last possession because of the weather. You know what I mean? And then I was thinking about, like, what about kicking field goals? You got 15-mile-an-hour sustained winds and 20 to 25, 30-mile-an-hour gusts. Like, man, that plays a huge factor. What are you looking at, Schmeagle?
To the left, to the right.
Oh, I thought you nodded off again, bro. Come back to us.
Picking grass up. Which way is it going to fall?
But I like Chicago. I like Chicago in this spot because of the injury thing too. When you sit out because of an injury, you lose something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're a step behind.
You're a step behind. You got to get back in sync again.
Yeah.
And like
speed.
And I like Jordan Love as a quarterback, but I don't think he possesses the trait to be able to jump right back in there and be right back in sync with his receivers. I don't think he's got it like that.
Well, and for the field goals, that's our advantage. At home, when you put Cairo at home, kicking in there.
I agree. I disagree.
Why?
Because the Packers play in the tundra.
It's not.
They deal with it,
dude.
Same as you do,
dude.
In
it's
Chicago.
The Soldier Field. You realize how crappy that field is.
So bad they're moving to a new one.
It's natural grass. He's gonna have that set up.
I don't think it's natural grass.
Yes.
Completely natural?
Yeah.
No.
That's probably why they ain't had no torn ACLs this year.
I gotta fact check that one, dude.
Dude, look it up, baby.
I'm gonna
look it up
right now, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Go ahead.
No torn ACLs.
We don't have to ask Chris who he thinks is gonna win. Since we know. Chris, who do you think?
So Bears and Bears.
Yeah, who do you think?
So I'm rooting for the Bears. You want to know why I'm rooting for the Bears?
You're about to see the camera go off of Chris here in just a second.
Listen, I'm rooting for the Bears. I'm going to tell you why I'm rooting for the Bears.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Did you guys hear what the Dolphins did today?
Yes.
They signed a new GM, right?
Yes.
So, word out here in the atmosphere, possibly, maybe, hopefully, that if the Packers lose, LaFleur might get the can, and then Miami can pick him up with our new GM that comes from Green Bay.
I take him all day. I take LaFleur right away.
You know what I mean?
You guys can have him.
I'd
will
be
gladly let you take him.
Stephen Ross, get your jet ready right now. Like as soon as it gets announced, you should be there already.
Because with the new GM hire, they said that Harbour's guy or Harbour's guy, Harbour, sorry, tongue twister. I forget his name. If he would have been hired, John probably would have followed.
Yeah.
But now, it's just a small rumor. So I'm rooting for the Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah, and your guy that you guys just hired grew up in the Packers.
Like 22 years or
22
something.
years.
Yeah.
He started
From the straight bottom.
Film room.
Yeah.
Like, so
solid organization, dude. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quarterback after quarterback after quarterback.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. What they said, that's the greatest thing we've done since Dan Marino.
Who said that?
I'd seen it. Seen it.
Who said the greatest thing since Dan Marino, man?
It must have been
team. I mean, you got a Dan Marino on your team? Ever had one?
It must have been Troy Aikman.
Yeah. Someone commented. Is that what it was?
I just seen it somewhere.
Okay.
So Sunday, so Rams, Bears across the board. We all agree with that.
Okay.
So
I don't
Sunday,
like the way this is going.
so Sunday you got the Bills versus the Jags.
Who are you taking? I know who I'm taking.
Oof. I'm taking the Bills, man. I just I like playoff Josh way better than playoff Lawrence. Although we got a 4-interception, 4-touchdown game in the playoffs from Trevor Lawrence, but he threw 4 interceptions still, and he showed warrior status and came back and won the game.
Yeah.
But that guy Josh Allen in the playoffs, when it means something, man, I don't know if anybody's better.
I don't think so.
Yes, I feel like the Jags defense is underrated, but I don't think they're good enough.
Right.
If this guy gets moving, like he always does, I don't think they're going to have to stop him. I think it will be close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any stretch. I think Jacksonville probably comes out and takes the lead in the beginning, and then Josh Allen does what Josh Allen does.
Right.
And he takes games over. And the Bills' defense has looked night and day better towards the end of the season. The last 3-4 weeks, dude, they have looked way better. I'm not saying they're good by any stretch or means.
Yeah.
But they look way better than they did, for sure. So I'm going Bills.
All right. So bar none, Josh Allen, the best quarterback in the playoffs. Bar none.
Yes.
Can't say the best. He hasn't won a Super Bowl yet.
In these playoffs?
In these ones.
In these playoffs, I'm saying.
Today. Okay.
In these playoffs.
Okay.
So entering into these playoffs, there is no better quarterback in these playoffs.
I agree.
All right. But
Drake May? Yeah.
What are you?
No.
I just threw it out there.
Dude, I just
Stop it. Where's the little
What about
bullshit
Matthew
thing?
Stafford?
where-
Hold on. What about Matthew Stafford?
No.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? Listen, Matthew Stafford is amazing and should win the MVP before we get into that argument later. But
we
again,
already got into that last week.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that Josh Allen is ridiculous. Superman. Ridiculous.
Matthew Stafford knows how to win Super Bowl.
Dude,
Josh Allen does not.
I understand that. He won
I was
one.
gonna say Stafford has Super Bowls.
One.
He knows how to win a Super Bowl.
There you go. All right. Get the plural out of your mouth. All right. The fact of the matter is that when I look at this game, the scary part is the hot team versus
the Jags.
Is the Jags. And their defense is playing legit.
Yeah, and Trevor Lawrence is playing legit.
And Buffalo is playing okay. Josh Allen, great. Amazing. The rest of the team, James Cook, amazing. Ridiculous. The rest of the team, I am not as sold on as I was in years past. If this was last year, I would have said, hands down, Buffalo, no questions asked. move on to the next game.
And it's so crazy that they got the best opportunity they've ever had because of who's not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And they have the worst team they've ever had.
I'm going to say last week I was like, I had said Jacksonville, Houston, AFC Championship. This week I'm going to put Buffalo over Jacksonville, just because I think Josh Allen is able to do it. But man, is it going to be a close one?
Yeah, I think it's going to be close.
It's going to be so close. And if Jacksonville beats Buffalo, I'm not surprised.
You can't leave Josh Allen anytime.
No, because he's so good. But it's
Superman.
I don't trust the guys around him like I would in the past, unfortunately, and I feel bad for him because he's.
I know he's like a one man show almost.
Him and Cook are killing it this year.
Yeah.
They're playing so good this year.
Yeah.
Who are you taking?
I mean, Bills. Easy. It's easy.
Well, that's.
Listen,
I don't think it's as easy as that, dog.
All right. Kevin, my dog Kevin, he wants Jacksonville. He wants a Florida team. I get it. I picked the coach of the year. I mean, all the different things you guys said about Jacksonville, but Josh Allen, God mode.
Okay.
Takes over.
Okay.
Easy.
All right.
Okay. Kevin don't know anything about football, by the way.
No.
Just so you know. He's over in the seat so we can talk about him. He's here.
49ers versus Eagles.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Sorry, Pat.
So here's the thing. Last week, I picked the 49ers to go to the NFC Championship game.
Oh, now you're switching again.
He's seen Seattle.
Now you're switching again.
No, because I had. Here's the problem. I had 49ers winning that game in the 1 seed.
You can't switch your picks, bro. You pick your picks, and that's all there is to it.
Shut your dirty tramp mouth. I can do whatever the hell I want. Here's my problem with this game, okay? Because of the matchup. This is one of the strangest matchups, I think, for the week, because it is a weird defense, you know what I'm saying? Versus a weird offense, and a really good offense versus a really good defense. And so like I'm torn on this game. I'll be honest with you. I don't know who's going to win this game. I really don't. Because if 49ers defense is if they were healthy, it's easy. If the Eagles had an offensive coordinator, this would be easy. But neither are the case right now. And the Eagles defense now is playing lights out.
We got to pick somebody.
I know I got to pick somebody. I'll pick the home team.
The Eagles?
Pick Philly.
So I think this all comes down to the Eagles pass rush. Yeah. If they can make life hell and they can get some pass rush over there on Purdy, I think they win the game.
Yeah.
If you allow that dude to stand back there and be comfortable, even 50% of the time,
no way. They'll kill him.
They're not that good of a rush team, dude. They're like, so they're ranked. They're tied for 13th in sacks this year.
For the year. Look at what they've been doing the last few games.
Yeah.
And watch them call us back. Jalen
Carter just came back.
Recovered. Just got back after that surgery.
That dude's a game wrecker.
Yeah.
Destroying people.
Yeah.
Can't say I like to do the whole spitting incident.
No.
He's an animal, bro.
Yeah.
So I think that, but you gotta you also gotta take this into factor, dude. Kyle Shanahan is a great schemer, bro.
He's amazing.
If he can set up a scheme with his blocking, dude, that stops them from being able to get to Purdy. Purdy's a gangster, bro.
Yeah, I know.
And that's why he lost against Seattle because he was uncomfortable the whole entire game. And they still made it interesting.
Right.
Like he was running, like he never set his feet in the entire game when they played Seattle, dude. They were on his ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think, and I forgot to mention this. I said that I said this last week that I think Chicago is the best top to bottom team. I lied.
Yes, I know you did.
I think you're switching.
Yes.
You're pulling a Chris
like
over
you're
there.
No, it's just
now
a
you're
realization. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
It's not a pick.
Oh, it's so
I'm
now
just-
yours is different. Okay.
Mine's always
I get
different,
it.
Bubba.
Oh, it's nice.
Always different.
How convenient.
I know, right?
So I think the Eagles have the best top to bottom roster in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, they do. They just have not the best coaching.
They don't have the best coaching, and therefore they are not clicking.
No.
So it makes me so nervous. I gotta take the home team. I gotta take the Eagles. It's gonna be inclement weather there as well. It's going to be cold. I think if they play 35 to 40% of their potential, this ain't a game at all. But if they allow Purdy to stand back there, I think they're in trouble. I think they're in trouble.
I think the Eagles are going to do the same thing Seattle did. You know, they're going to stop McCaffrey, and they're going to make Purdy run for his life. You know, I think they have the ability to do that. And
yeah, they got some good D-backs, man, that can stick with McCaffrey.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have the secondary that can handle it. So I don't think it's going to be a blowout in any way, shape, or form. You know, I'm going to take Philly as well. I mean, I picked them, you know, to be in the Super Bowl. So
I want to pick the next pick because I might want to go opposite of what you guys are going, because we all picked the same thing last week and we were all wrong.
Yeah.
All right. So
wait a minute, on the very last team or the next pick?
What's the next pick? Chargers versus Patriots. Let's just go. We're there. We're there.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, right out.
All right,
Sunday night's game.
Okay. So here's what's funny. Patriots have not faced a defense of this caliber. So here's a guy who was talking about the Pro Bowler guy, and he's only got one Pro Bowler. Chargers, who are banged up as crap, are still the best defense they'll have faced this year.
That's crazy.
This year.
That's crazy.
Now, here's the problem. Chargers on offense are banged up as all get out.
Yeah.
A healthy Chargers defense would have or offense would have probably not destroyed the Patriots in any way, shape, or form, but definitely would have played a lot better. This is in my opinion, because it's at home in New England, I got to go with New England on this one. I don't want to, because I think the Chargers are the better overall team, talent wise. I think that just they've got more experience and everything else. But I think that because it's in New England, and the weather and everything else, I think that's just it's set up better for
good ground ball.
You know, they've got to go across, you know, all the way, fly over there for that game and everything else. It's just not setting up good for you know, Harbaugh loves that type of stuff, but it's not set up good for him. And Herbert, while he's amazing, I don't think he can handle I don't think his hand, you know, he's still banged up. He's not 100%. So
I think this is going to be the best game of the weekend. Just hard-nosed football, smash against smash, you know, defense against defense, trenches against trenches. They both run the ball pretty well, you know. The Patriots, I think they probably run it better, you know. But what is it? Omari Hampton just came back 2 weeks ago, maybe. You know, so like the flow isn't there like it is with Henderson and stuff. But I mean, I think you're right. Drake May might have a little bit of problems. You know, he might. I'm rooting for him though. You know, I think
I'm rooting for him too.
I know we got a little skin in the game. So I do. I think that you're talking about Jim Harbaugh, which is, I mean, this guy is football, you know. So this is actually a really hard pick, to be honest with you.
It is.
I mean, it literally can go either way.
It can. Yeah.
I mean, Herbert's a better quarterback than Drake May. I didn't think it was going to be this hard for me to make a pick. I really honestly didn't.
You're burning daylight here, my guy.
I'm gonna throw the Hail Mary. I'm gonna go with the underdog, the Patriots. I don't even know if they're favored or not favored, you know, but as an overall team, I feel like they're the underdog.
They're not the underdog.
They're favored?
No,
what are they favored by?
Yeah. I don't think they're beat.
They're favored by 3.
Yeah.
I do believe.
Yeah.
Because they're home field. That's probably the only reason why.
Yeah. So coming into the season, man, I was super, super excited about the Chargers. Just the possibilities that were there. Like when their offensive line is healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New rookie, stud, quarter or running back.
Yep.
You know, slew of receivers, Justin Herbert, Harbaugh behind the helm, dude. I was like, man, this team is going to be a major problem. And injuries have killed them. And they're still in the playoffs. You know, there's something to be said about that. But they are limping in. They are limping into an environment that knows playoffs. You know what I mean? Let's be real.
I hate that building.
I hate that place.
The building knows playoffs, not the players.
Coxborough. Sorry. You know, like yeah. Do we got a beep on here, Kevin? When it beeps out my.
Kid friendly. Sorry, guys.
Sorry about
It'll
that.
be better.
Yes, I will be better-ish. But like, you know, you're going into an environment with a coaching staff that is very similar that made that environment. You know what I mean? Like I said it last week, man, it has a very Belichick Brady-esque feel going on right now. You know, for the longest time, Tom Brady was pretty much it over there, and then a solid defense, you know, like they made it happen that way. And now they have Drake May on offense and, you know, a solid 1-2 punch at running back, a wheelchair Stephon Diggs and some no names and a rookie at wide receiver. But that's exactly what Brady had back in the day. Not a breakout until he got Corey Dillon, not a breakout running back, but like solid 1-2-3 punch.
Didn't you have Randy Moss? Wes Welker?
Not till later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had Randy Moss later. But like Wes Welker was before he went to New England and became what he became in New England with Tom Brady, that dude was a cast off. He played for the Dolphins. He was with the Chargers. No one wanted that little small dude, bro. Julian Edelman. Like no one wanted Julian Edelman.
Mm-hmm.
They came to New England and made them what they were. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely going Patriots. I like the Patriots. I don't think it's that hard of a pick to me. You know, I do agree with you. I feel like the Chargers defense is criminally underrated. But they're limping in, man. They're banged up, and they've been banged up all season, and they just went through a whole season, you know, to add insult to injury.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Patriots, I don't think they manhandle them. I think they win by touchdown, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so John's taking the spread.
Taking the spread, baby. I'm with it.
Monday night, Texans versus Steelers.
Well, this one's crazy to me. All right. So to me, I'm going immediately with the Texans. Immediately. But here's the deal. So there's some history on this, right? The Steelers have not lost a home game or not lost a Monday night game, since 1991 when Chuck Noll was coaching them.
That was a long time ago.
That was. We've gotten Bill Cowher. We've gotten Tomlin.
Mm-hmm.
He's 14-0. All right. On coaching on Monday night. So
just the type of stuff that blows my parlays when I hear they're my bets.
Yeah.
Oh, he's won a game since 1977.
So history is slightly on their side.
Yeah.
Okay. But they are they're old. They're
Aaron Rodgers is old.
Yeah.
All of them.
Well, all of them are.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
That's an aged out roster, man.
Listen.
I know. How old's Hayward?
38.
Yeah, I think he's 37 or 38.
Yeah, 37, 38. You've got a veteran laden roster there. You know, you've got some young players on. Don't get me wrong, but you've got a veteran laden roster against a Houston Texans team, which is riddled with talent, riddled with youth, coached extremely well.
Dogs.
It's basically, and they are playing lights out, and they are hungry as all get out. I'm sure the Terrible Towels are going to be screaming, but those guys are going to come in here and they're going to Hunter and freaking whatchamacallit are going to meet right in the middle. Rodgers' wrist is going to explode, and that's going to be the end of it. You know, you're going to see Mason Rudolph finish that game, guaranteed. Because I know Warren and Gainwell are probably going to do well.
Yeah,
they're going to catch some balls. They're going to run.
Yeah.
You know, DK is back.
Yeah,
so that's going to be an advantage. But they've got 4 DBs that are playing, and not at an All-Pro level, but definitely at a Pro Bowl level.
Close to it.
Yeah, I mean,
close to an All-Pro level.
I mean, it's ridiculous. So they're
not to mention the front line.
I know. So you're talking about you got Will Anderson and Stingley Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter just destroying it up front, and then you got 4 guys in the back, and then you got people in the middle, linebackers. What is it, Aziz, whatever his name is? Just no, and then they have an offense.
Yeah,
they've got 3 Iowa State. They've taken 3 Iowa State receivers in the past 2 drafts.
Iowa State, they produce receivers.
Yeah, and Nico Collins.
Yeah, I like Higgins a lot. I think he's going to do something.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I got.
Texans. Gotcha. So the Steelers are another one of them teams, just kind of like the Panthers, but even more so. What team's going to show up? I don't think by any stretch or means that I'm picking the Texans.
Yeah.
I don't think they can stand up to that defense no matter what. To me, I heard a lot of people talking about Seattle's the best defense, and there's an argument to be made. But I disagree wholeheartedly. I think the Texans have the best defense there is. And I would even say maybe the Broncos might even be better than Seattle as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the pass rush.
Yeah.
But my only question is, do the Steelers make this a game? You can say whatever you want. Towers are going to be flying. The Texans are going to turn them towels blue by the end of the game, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see it. I don't see them winning for sure. And this is like my codlock pick. The Texans beat the Steelers no matter what. But do the Steelers make it a game? Does that team that showed up sometimes this year show up and make this again? Because I don't know if you were really watching. Anybody was watching Aaron Rodgers throw the ball against Baltimore, but he was zipping that thing.
Oh, God, that thing was gorgeous.
He was dropping dimes, guys.
Yeah.
He was dropping dimes. He was seeing dimes. He was seeing the field.
Yep.
And he was picking them people apart, dude. And then like with lulls in between where he went back to, 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? But like you could see the throws. I've seen Aaron do that personally against the Dolphins, and it is amazing.
Oh, you've seen it personally against the Dolphins?
Yeah,
I've only seen it twice a year for multiple years.
No, I'm talking about like at the stadium, guy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just saying I've had to watch that for many years when he was with the Packers.
Yeah.
So trust me, it's painful.
No, I watched it live, dude. Pretty close to the field for the most part.
Yeah.
And dude, it was a sight to behold.
Yes.
The dude on the run, rolling to his left, throws a ball 45 yards down the field. His receiver's got a guy draped over top of him. I mean, you couldn't get any better coverage, and all the dude did was lift his arms up like this, and catch it in stride. It's just like that, dropped in there, boys.
I'll be that. Caleb reminds me of Aaron at times when he throws the ball. There are moments.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, just shut your mouth.
Here we
Listen.
go. Jeez.
I'm sorry you don't have a quarterback. I'm sorry I didn't pay $100 million for trash for a concussion. Okay.
God, to think for you even to say that Caleb Williams sniffs Aaron Rodgers' jockstrap would be a travesty. Dude.
Okay. All right.
Let's just keep it real. The kid's talented. He's very good.
Yeah.
It's a false statement.
Not false statement.
Not false statement.
Not false statement.
Wish we had that little thing we could slap it on.
He could just have hope. You know what I mean?
Listen,
I've had hope since I was a kid.
Listen,
yeah.
I'm just saying. Ask the experts.
We're still hoping.
Still hoping.
Yeah. No, I think he's uber talented, but Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback to ever walk on an NFL field.
I'm not saying he is Aaron Rodgers. I'm saying he's thrown a couple throws that remind me of Rodgers when he when he threw that one to freaking DJ Moore against the Packers. That reminded me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Just because they won the game that
No,
day,
no,
dude,
no,
that's
no.
why
It was
you're
not
partial, bro.
No, it wasn't. It was because of that bomb. The way he threw that was exactly like because he'll throw occasionally those one passes, and I remember seeing Rodgers doing it all the time. I'm like, good Lord, and I'm like, holy cow! If you don't see many quarterbacks who can do stuff like him, Stafford, There's very few guys out there who can throw a ball on the move like that, so clean and crisp. And you're like, that's not possible. That's not real. Like, until AI was, around, like you thought this is all fake. This has to be CGI.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback ever.
No.
I just think he's the most talented quarterback to ever step on in that field.
Yeah, his attitude got in his way.
So,
but
well, don't hesitate now. Don't freak out.
I mean, the reality is the Steelers wouldn't be there if Baltimore kicked the field goal, didn't hit the goalpost, right?
No, you just wide right.
Just wide right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Don't.
Yeah. Just wide right. So I don't think the Steelers got a chance. In any way against Houston.
Go opposite of us if you want to win.
Yeah.
I thought you just read that. Someone typed that.
No,
like that. That might be good advice.
It's typed in my brain. That's where it's at.
Yeah. If you are betting, just do whatever we said. Go the other direction.
Yeah. I mean, Houston's a better team without a doubt. So I mean, it's an easy pick for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been tough sledding for their offense for sure. They've looked somewhat better recently. They haven't looked good, but they've looked somewhat better.
Yeah.
Like, CJ Stroud came out a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was last week before that, and threw 2 touchdowns right off the bat. I was like, oh, man, he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Back for rookie form like he was when he was a rookie. And then
Stroud
all downhill from there.
Stroud doesn't have that consistency yet, but he's been way more consistent this year when he's been on the field, especially since he came back from the injury, than he started the year with.
They could it could be that moment where they're starting to click because, like I said earlier, as far as getting injured in the middle season and getting back on cue with your receivers and the flow of the offense, I mean, he's had some weeks now, so maybe he catches fire in the playoffs.
And
I think he's capable for sure.
Plus, and they're so young.
Yeah. Dude.
I think a lot of that has to do with it too. The whole team is so young.
Well, Nico's been out, right?
But like the whole team, like their running back is a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the most veteran leadership is on the offensive line. Everyone is like, is barely able to go buy beer. I mean, good Lord.
I think their running game hurts them more than
I
think if there's one thing that gets them knocked out the playoffs, it's their run game.
It's a run game.
Yeah, because Joe Mixon still, he's not going to be back.
Yeah, didn't they have Nick Chubb too?
Yeah, but Nick Chubb has not been Nick Chubb in a couple of years, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so
great running back when he was hitting.
Exactly.
Sure. But ever since then,
go ahead.
No.
Does so if Steelers lose, Tomlin get fired?
Again, I don't think it's the same situation as Baltimore. I think it's a decision that he gets to make.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same situation as Baltimore at all because they have a quarterback in Baltimore.
Right.
But last year, if you would ask me that question at this time, if they lose playoffs, does he lose his guy? I said absolutely not. Now, I think the drum beat is starting to get louder.
I think it's definitely getting louder, but I'm saying I think it's a we mutually parted ways. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it's I was shocked that he got fired,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he was just stubborn because he didn't want to give up any of his assistants.
So everybody's standing up. I was standing up too.
Well, I had to. My chair was going out.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't see I don't see how you fire Harbaugh but keep Tomlin. I mean, the reality is if they make that field goal, he's in the playoffs. You don't fire a coach that makes it to the playoffs, right? And then the year before, if Andrews catches that touchdown pass, they would have been in the championship.
Yeah, but Harbaugh was on the outs because of locker room issues. They were tired
allegedly,
but they were tired of Monken and stuff like that. The owner basically is like, I love you, but you got to get rid of these coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Monken hasn't even been there that long. It's only his second year.
It doesn't matter. Lamar was not a big fan.
He was an MVP with him there.
I understand that, but like that didn't make sense.
They were one catch away from the big game,
right? But they're not. Just because you're one catch away from the big game, you're still not playing consistent good ball. You're playing mediocre ball for an organization that's used to playing at a much higher level.
What, last year?
This year. Last year they were amazing.
Yeah, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
this year, I mean, but they've been injured. I mean,
Well, they
Lamar's
were
been out
injured.
half the
Wait a minute,
time.
what was the record last year? What they end with?
I
Wasn't
think
it 2 years ago that they were
they were
like,
the number 1 seed 2 years ago.
2 years ago they were number 1 seed. Last year they played really good, but they weren't. He can't remember. He wasn't the MVP. Josh Allen was. They ended with like 11 wins or something like that.
Yeah, the first year with Monken there, he won the MVP.
Right, correct. But I'm saying they didn't play as well last year. All right.
Okay.
He wasn't. Lamar was not as big of a fan of Monken, because when they hired him, there was a big like, this doesn't make sense. This is a totally different style. Why did you bring him in? Lamar won MVP. Everyone said, "Oh, well, it worked out great. This is perfect."
Until it wasn't.
But it wasn't. Lamar wasn't a fan, even though he won MVP. He still wasn't a fan.
He should have came to Miami.
Yeah. We wouldn't even be having this
Come
conversation.
back home, bro.
Yes. We'll have you on the show.
Yeah.
So does Tomlin get fired? Yes or no? Or they part ways? Either one. Is he gone?
I don't think so.
I don't think so because of history of Pittsburgh.
Right.
Pittsburgh's not into firing their coaches.
Pittsburgh
until they retire.
Pittsburgh has someone lined up before when Cowher left, Tomlin was ready. They already had him lined up. I don't see them having anyone lined up, and not especially this cycle. There's way too many. This is not since 2020 have we had this many releases, and we are sitting in a spot where we don't have anyone. I don't know of anyone in house rumor wise or anyone that you can see that they're like, okay, this is who we got lined up.
Yeah.
So to me, no. I think Tomlin's there another year at least.
You guys are amazing. Look at what he's been working with. I mean, yes, he's had stout defenses this whole entire time, but like he's got no quarterback, zero quarterback.
Right.
I mean, he has Aaron Rodgers this year, but Aaron is 40 and he's not Aaron Rodgers anymore, bro. And even before that, every year consistently, they're in the playoffs.
Right.
They don't go nowhere because, of course, what's the most important position in the league?
Yeah.
The quarterback.
They've given him Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph.
Oh, dude, what the hell?
And
they're there no matter what.
So they got to draft him somebody.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's not. He doesn't have who's the
GM over there.
But who was the old GM before this current guy?
I think he needs to go too.
But I'm saying the old guy
can't
was
remember.
Omar or whatever his name was. I forget now. But he was on point.
Yeah.
And then he just ran into a bad run of luck of just they were playing so well and they couldn't find any substitute because there was no one available. So
yeah, you give him, it's plain and simple. He's not the problem.
Yeah,
he's not the problem.
No.
The roster's the problem.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Like you put Big Ben in there, they're in contention every year.
And you have to at the GM, you have to say, hey, look, we're gonna tear it down so we can build you back up another winner.
Yeah.
You think they fire him?
Something's got to change.
Yeah, the quarterback position.
But let me ask you a question: what is it that has to change? Is it do you destroy it to tear it down, or do you tell the coach, hey, we're gonna sell everything off so we can start you something new?
I don't think he'd want to do that though. I mean, maybe he would. I don't know.
I just think this year was like
53,
like a Hail Mary for them, right? So they went and paid all that money for DK, which they never paid money for a receiver ever,
Right.
So they threw all that money at him. They went out and got Rodgers,
and Ramsey.
And you know what I mean? So I feel like this is
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Thank you. So that I just feel like this is it. Like if they're one and done, they're out. I think they're going to change.
Well, you made my point for me. Because like those moves were made by the GM, the general manager,
Omar Khan.
Horrible, Omar Khan, horrible moves, bro, horrible moves. You know what I mean? Like,
so you think they'll fire the GM then?
I would. I mean, that would be what I would do. I think they should. I don't think they're gonna fire him.
No, I think he gets to say. I think that's how they've had 3 coaches ever.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about coaches. I mean,
okay,
you got Raheem Morris fired in Atlanta, right?
Yep.
You got Pete Carroll fired in Vegas after 1 season, right? You got Kevin, I'm going to chop his name, Stefanski,
Stefanski
fired.
Yes.
Right? John Harbaugh, fired.
Yes.
Right? Mike McDaniels.
Yeah.
Good riddance, my guy.
Thank you.
See ya.
Arizona, Jonathan Gannon, fired.
Yes.
Giants, they don't have a head coach.
Brian Daboll.
Right
Dable.
Fired during the season. Brian Callahan.
Titans.
Brian Callahan. Fired.
Gone.
Callahan.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, that's a lot of teams needing somebody.
Yes. But, so you look at a lot of retreads are coming in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Mike McCarthy, a lot of these guys who got fired they're going to bring back.
They'll go somewhere.
So, you know,
what's the best job to land?
We are in different opinions of this one.
Mm-hmm.
You go first, buddy.
Miami Dolphins. No, I'm just messing.
You're the worst liar ever.
The Miami Dolphins. I think Atlanta is the best position. I think they're stacked, man. They got a bunch of young talent on defense. Their defense is better than most people are going to give them credit for, and I think they're going to get better, even better than they are. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm not putting them in, the Texans category or anything like that. I think there's huge potential there. They used 2 first-round picks on pass rushers, and them guys showed up.
Mm-hmm.
They showed up, dude.
They did.
My main sticking point here for picking Atlanta is that offensive line is nasty. And then they got Bijan Drake, their quarterback. So he don't get away from the microphone. I'm talking here. He wants to say something so bad. You seen him? Get away from there. I think he showed a lot of potential, but during the season, they come out one week and you'd be like, man, dude, these guys might be a real threat for the Super Bowl, dude. Like the way he played and the way they played, they come out and smoke people, you know what I mean? And then lay a goose egg against Carolina the next week. And I think that's mainly due to experience. Technically he wasn't a rookie quarterback this year, but he only had 3 games last year. He didn't have a full slate, full season. So you're going to see those rookie mistakes. I think he's got it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be like top 5 quarterbacks or anything, but in that offense, you don't need a top 5 quarterback. You got Pitts, London, Bijan, dude. What are we talking about here? As long as he's, manageable, these dudes are a problem. And they lost so many games by giving it away. Like they had the lead in so many of the games that they lost, dude, and they were close games. Like they should have been better. And I'm so glad that they fired their coach, because I think that was the problem for sure. And like, even look at Kirk Cousins, bro. What he was like, what he did. And I don't understand what the knock is on Kirk, man, because he,
that guy's made some money.
Dude, he's made some money. Wow.
So much.
He's like top 5 or 6
I know.
all time.
I know.
Money made for NFL players.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
Hey, you like that, don't you? You like that. But I think that they're the best roster and the best position for a coach to go to.
This is where I beg to differ.
Miami Dolphins.
So, how about we go with the New York Giants?
Is that where you went?
Yep.
I didn't think you were going to go there.
You know why? Because unlike his team, the Giants actually have a quarterback. And Michael Penix, while I think he would have been a good quarterback to build with, minus the fact that he is injury prone. 2 years in Indiana, and again another injury in the young man's career. He tends to get these a lot, which continually keeps him from growing. Yep. No, go ahead. Whisper something.
No, go ahead.
While that would be great if he could be a game manager, but he has to be in the game.
Hold on.
What?
The New York Giants quarterback,
Yes.
is a walking concussion waiting to happen.
You know what? What's funny is we used to play this game like this.
CTE bound, my guy.
Look,
It's common, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate to, I don't want to joke around about CTE shit because, there we go. Language. But that dude, it depends on the coach. they get in there because someone needs to coach that young man.
I don't disagree, but here's the problem. This is how the game used to be played.
And it's not played that way anymore because people are getting their heads knocked off.
I understand that, but I'm saying like guys used to be tough and be able to handle stuff like this. And I'm not saying that they can't handle it, but what I'm talking about is that he is playing the position like a no holds bar quarterback, balls to the wall, going all out, playing the game like he knows how to play it.
But it's not conducive for longevity, bro.
I'm not saying that no one's saying that he's going to play for 20 years like a Brett Favre.
He might not play for 3 if he keeps on that way.
I think he would be fine playing for 3. I think he'll be fine playing for 10.
So playing the way he's playing right now?
Yeah.
You're drunk.
Dude,
you've been drinking, bro. Here's a white chip.
Here's the problem. Here's what's funny is, have you done so many drugs and alcohol that you forget that this is how the game used to be played? Like, should we? I wish I had the system all figured out so I could play old highlights of how freaking they used to play the game.
Yeah.
Remember half baked? Beep.
Yeah.
Marijuana affects the memory.
But like they used to slap the living snot out of people, and guess what? They kept playing like it was nothing.
I agree with you.
And this kid can play like that.
Yes, but it's a different type of athlete and a different level of violence now. These guys are quicker, faster, and bigger, dude, than they were back then. And I'm not taking away from anything from back then because it was rough house back then.
Right,
dude.
but I'm not talking about 30 years ago. I'm talking about just 10 years ago. The game was still fast. The game was much rougher. And these guys are now it's like foul. Like
they're trying to protect their investment.
And I totally agree with it. And I enjoy that fact. But I'm just saying that we watch Tom Brady, we watch Peyton Manning play, we watch them get their heads cleaned off. And now you can't barely come near them. We watched Chambliss got clotheslined last night. Okay. Mm. And nowadays you can't go anywhere. You breathe on an NFL quarterback's head and you're done. Mm-hmm. This kid is playing like there's no tomorrow. And I love it. Now, before we go any further let's just look at the rest of the roster.
Okay.
The offensive line, which is not as stacked as Atlanta's, was playing way better by the end of the year, and they have invested quite a bit into that young offensive line.
In New York?
Yeah.
This guy has been drinking, bro.
No, look at
they
it.
have invested. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that, but the investment has not produced a return, my guy.
So after you and I talked about this, I went back to go look at it because I was like, wait a minute, I'm pretty certain they were playing pretty good by the end of the year. They were playing a lot better by the end of the year. It's okay. It's okay. You can check back.
So
you can hit me up next week on this one.
So you're trying to tell me that because they were playing better that can like go up against the Atlanta offensive line?
Listen, we had a discussion about someone's Miami Dolphins offensive line, and I said, and you said trade everyone. I said don't trade that young offensive line you got growing there.
Fantastic this year, dude.
Yeah, but at the beginning of the year, what were we saying?
Oh, trash.
Trash.
Well, it's historically bad.
But guess, and I said don't. That line is going to be good. That line looks good. You invest. Okay.
And the reason being is because they got rid of people that were starting on that line and put other people in.
But they started to gel. They started to play. That young line started to form a unit. That's what this giant line is starting to finally do.
So hold on. Let's just put this in perspective real quick. Okay.
Okay.
Offensive side of the ball.
Yes.
Okay. You got Malik Neighbors, Jackson Dart.
Yep.
And Theo.
And
I like Theo.
And Wan'Dale Robinson. What are you telling me you don't like Wan'Dale Robinson?
You got Scatabo too, even though he's hurt.
Scattabo's not going to be playing for too long.
Scatabo is too much of a risk for me. I'm not investing in Scatabo. Scatabo is fun to watch, but Scatabo is
great to watch. Not fun, great.
He is a lunatic, and I love.
He's like a miniature Mike Allstott.
Absolutely,
okay.
But the dude, but here's my thing: fun to watch, okay, but. If I'm having to choose between fun to watch and I want to win,
It's not him.
It's not him.
No.
So he's going to bulldoze, slam, do all this fun stuff. But are you going to go into and perform my play as I need it to run to guarantee that I'm going to put myself in position to win the game? That's the difference. And I'm not saying the kid's not smart enough or anything like that.
It doesn't seem like it.
But
Really.
he's a bit of a recluse, and I need you to follow plays so that way I've set this up to do this, to do this, to do this.
He's a gangster, dude. I'll say that for sure. He really is. But like, I just don't think he's gonna last. At all. Not very long.
No.
You know what I mean? So okay. So all right. Let's just do this. We'll get through this real quick. All right.
Yep.
Neighbors, London.
Yep. Neighbors.
As of
easily.
No, as of right now, in my opinion, it's a toss-up. Ceiling, absolutely Neighbors.
Yeah.
The guy could be the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it's kind of equal because you don't have enough sample size with Neighbors. I mean, I do honestly have. I like what I saw when he played. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's far and away the better talent.
Yes.
But as of right now, they're kind of on equal footing because Drake London is a monster.
He is a monster.
He's hurt a lot too.
Yeah, he is.
And he's getting in sync with his he's getting in sync with his quarterback, and it could be a nasty, nasty connection.
They could be.
Okay. So Bijan, it's not even a question.
Not a question.
No.
So it's not even close.
No.
Okay. So one for the Falcons, right?
Yep.
Tight end, Pitts, Theo.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Kyle Pitts, the number 7 draft pick in his draft class, who shows up how many times in a game?
Kyle Pitts snapped out this year, bro.
I'm glad that Kyle Pitts did. How often is Kyle Pitts guaranteed to snap out?
Now more often.
Okay. Theo Johnson.
No, listen. Realistically, I'm not talking. Be real with yourself.
Okay.
You're going to take Kyle Pitts is better, or Theo Johnson is better than Kyle Pitts?
I'm telling you that athletically, Kyle Pitts is way more.
But Theo Johnson is probably a better all-around tight end. Yes.
He's a blocker.
Yep.
He's going to catch the ball. He's going to do all the dirty stuff that I need to do on an everyday basis. Kyle Pitts, I'm not going to guarantee.
Were you drinking at the same place with him?
I'm telling you.
Here's the problem is that Kyle Pitts.
Man, I need comments on this, guys. If you guys watch this, I need comments about this.
Kyle Pitts, 5 years in, has not proven to me that he's a guarantee. He's got his rookie year and he's got this year. He's got 3 years in between. He did nothing.
Okay, I can go for that, but I still take Kyle Pitts over Theo.
Okay, and I'm glad that you love to take the combine freak.
He's a Gator, bro. Of course I'm taking
Of course you do.
Of course I'm taking the Gator.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay, offensive line.
Oh, I'm taking Atlanta's.
Okay.
They're proven. They are proven. Listen, I'm not saying that. I said Giants is coming up. I didn't say they're better than Atlanta's. Absolutely not.
Okay. So, and then quarterback, you're taking Dart?
Yeah. Okay. Now let's go on defense.
I was waiting for this.
Yeah.
I was sitting over here waiting.
Let's go on defense.
Running.
All right. Defensive line.
I'm taking the Giants at the moment.
Yeah. You had to think about that?
At the moment. At the moment.
At the moment.
Yeah.
There's no question.
There's no question.
No
you're not
question.
You're not going to take it.
No,
you're not
taking them. No question.
You're
right
not
now.
even
at the moment. There's no question.
You're not even going to take Atlanta 5 years down the road.
You're drunk.
Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, Sexy Dexy. Please tell me how James Pierce Jr. even possibly tempts you.
Yeah, I guess you put it like that. You might be right.
Okay. Keep going.
All right, linebackers.
I'm taking the Giants.
Okay, now we're in DBs. It's a simple one on this one. It's Atlanta.
Obviously.
So there you go.
So I got one up on you on offense, and you got one up on me on defense.
2 up on you on defense.
No.
What did
you said? Tight end, quarterback, running back.
On defense, you got 3.
Oh, yeah, one up. Sorry. Okay.
So who's a better team?
It's basically a split.
No, it's not. I got
what? What did you just say?
Well, maybe it is a split.
Oh,
it's a split.
So guess what?
I'm gonna tell y'all what I think.
All right, run it. All right, let's get a voice of reason in here.
It's funny because I told you I didn't see Chris going that way at all. But obviously Baltimore has way better quarterback, way better all types of things, right? But I think the Giants are attractive.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Don't get me wrong, Atlanta's the better team today.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Giants' direction. I like where they're going. You get the right person in there that can have a scheme to teach Jackson Dart how to not be a maniac and how to actually play football without killing himself. You got the best receiver. You can plug and play almost any running back. Okay, let's be real now. Are there greats? Yes, but for the most part, you can plug and play almost any running backs now in the NFL at any time. So having the best running back, great for Atlanta. You can plug and play somewhere with New York, right?
Wait, hold on. You think Malik Neighbors is the best wide receiver in the NFL?
I think he has the potential to be not top 5.
I think he has potential to be top 3.
Yeah.
That's be a long conversation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, look what he did with nobody throwing him.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he has top 3 potential.
And I without a doubt, I like the Giants defense better.
Yeah.
I do.
I like their defense better. Outside the secondary, I definitely like their defense better. I just think it's more ready made.
That's why if I was drafting, if I was shown, who I would draft on the 5th pick? Caleb Downs.
That'd be nasty, bro. That'd be nasty.
Like everyone's got them taking Arvell Reese.
Mm-hmm.
Screw that. Take downs.
Yeah, why would you?
I know. Take downs.
I mean,
hands down.
You can never have enough pass rush. I get it.
Yeah, but no.
They got enough pass rush,
Yeah,
bro.
they got
take downs.
You put downs in there?
Oh.
Ooh. So let me just. So we're getting short on time, guys. But let me just throw this out here.
Okay.
Name you have not heard about this coaching thing going on right now.
Okay.
Fires, hirings, available people. What about Belichick?
No.
That ship sailed.
He's got a 23-year-old
girlfriend. I was gonna say his
over
girlfriend's
there.
too young. You can't bring that in the NFL.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
Unprofessional.
I don't think that
Get Urban Meyer this thing.
I don't think that his genius is great and all, but he can't come back in and recreate what he did.
Yeah, I think it might have passed him up some.
Yep.
Just like Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Like he it was definitely time to hang it up. They did absolutely 100% the right thing by firing him.
Yeah.
He looked outdated.
Uh-huh.
He could coach. He could be a head coach. He can't do the head coach GM the whole 9 yards. He's got to accept the level he's at.
He can't do that though. Yeah. He's got to have total control.
Okay, so then let me ask you a question then. What about who is your hottest up and coming coach? Not the names, not the retreads, not the old guys.
I got somebody in mind, but you got somebody, Chris?
No, he said not the retreads. I think Lane Kiffin deserves another shot though.
Ew. I don't think Lane Kiffin translates to the NFL.
Or not Lane Kiffin, sorry. Kingsbury. Sorry.
Yeah. I think Kingsbury needs to stay offensive coordinator. Great offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. Very innovative. I don't think he's a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I mean, I don't even think he's a head coach for college, honestly, because he didn't do well in college.
Mm-hmm. No.
He's got some amazing things.
Who's that, Texas Tech?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mahomes, right?
Mahomes was there, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
So mine would be Brady over in Buffalo, bro. I like Brady.
Joe Brady?
Yeah, I like Joe Brady a lot, man. I think he would make a great head coach. He's a good schemer, has an offensive mind. Mm-hmm. And I also think he has the mentality to be a good NFL head coach. I haven't heard his name at all.
What's funny is with Brady is that he got really, when he came out of LSU, he got a lot of mentions, mm-hmm. before he went to NOLA, right? And then he, he's been doing so well there after taking over for Moore, right?
Yeah.
And I think that was good for him because he really got pushed really hard, like he was going to be the next, head coach, like quick hire. And I'm glad he didn't because I think that it's helped grow him a little bit more. I think he would be a great. Yeah. I don't know how he is as a coach, but I think he would be a great innovative hire. To try out. Doesn't mean that he's ready for it or not. I don't know. Obviously, but like he seems to be that next offensive wizard mind guy that you throw out there.
I like him a lot.
Yeah,
that'd be my pick. I mean, there's a bunch of defensive outside of Kubiak. Kubiak's name's getting thrown around a little bit. I don't like Kubiak as a head coach.
No,
I don't even really particularly like him as an offensive coordinator. Honestly, that's just my opinion from what I've seen with him. But like, I definitely like my pick's Brady for sure.
Yeah, I see. There's a bunch of guys who I'd like to see get into coordinator roles, and see how they do running coordinator positions right now, before to see if they could step up to be a head coach. That like former players and stuff like that who've been assistants. Who are exciting positions, but like we were doing like with Zach Orr and your guys' guy. What was it? What's his name? Oh man, what was yours? Huh? No, the defensive coordinator.
Oh, now?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Why'd I just go blank on him?
You're making me draw a blank too now.
Anyways, they were getting talks about possibly getting interviews for head coaching positions and stuff like that. And I was like, it just seems too soon. You know what I mean? Like, I think they haven't proven enough that
he's scheduled to go to interview in Baltimore.
Right. But like he
did. Listen, I'm not trying to say this because this is my team. That dude did a hell of a job, man.
That's
he did it with nobody.
Right, but my problem is that's good as far as that you've been able to work some guys up and everything. But like again, the problem we had with Raheem Morris, the problem we had with Flores and whatever else, you put some of these young coaches, especially I think more so on the defense side of things, and you put them in a head coaching position, you rush them into that spot. Before they've had enough time to really train up, to be groomed, as my wife hates.
Jets coach.
Yeah, they never. It's too soon because they haven't had enough time to really learn how to run. It's harder for me. It looks like it's harder for a defensive minded coach to do it than an offensive minded coach to run that head coaching position without some more seasoning. I think just because you have to control the flow of the game a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think a defensive minded coach needs a little bit more time to do that than an offensive minded coach.
Yeah. So real quick, outside of head coaching jobs, like me and Chris were talking about this yesterday. Dude, how about like Mike McDaniel to Washington as a coordinator, Mike McDaniel to Baltimore as a coordinator,
Detroit.
Ooh.
Yeah,
nasty, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. We didn't think about that, dude.
Listen. That's the one that scares me the most.
They need someone over there.
That would be filthy.
What does he love? An accurate quarterback.
What's he love? Speed. Speed, dude. Jameson Williams.
That is
Gibbs.
That is the worst. And I was talking with somebody about this morning, a Dolphins fan. And they were like, "Well, do you think he'd get along with Dan Campbell?" I'm like, "That's a perfect combination."
Yeah, Dan Campbell would sit his ass down.
Well, it's not even. I don't even think Dan Campbell would sit his ass down. I think their attitudes would be perfect. It's like they're two opposites.
Yin and yang.
Yeah, they would love each other. Yeah. They would have so much fun together.
Dude, and like even Kingsbury, I'd love to see him in certain offenses that are open, dude.
Yeah,
like I'd love to see him in Baltimore.
Yeah,
that'd be nasty, dude.
Yeah, that's why I think he deserves another chance. I mean, he was out in Arizona. I mean.
Yeah, but again, I don't think Kingsbury is not. I think he's a good. He's your buddy. Okay, he's not
like McDaniel.
Yeah, he's not a leader of men in a CEO position, stuff like that a head coach needs to be. It's nothing against him, but that's a different type of role.
I don't think he has the grit.
Yeah,
like I've watched McDaniel for 4 years now, and he just doesn't have that grit. He's on the sideline.
He's high-fiving too many people.
Yeah. He's out there asking players what they think he should do.
Yeah.
Like, what? What?
Like when you're buddying up and you're like, oh yeah, like it's one thing if how how you discipline people and stuff like that is you're calming them down, you're taking them off the side or something like that. But when you're BSing around, like hey, just joking around or something, trying to be for show or something, that's fine. But when you're literally going, well, what do you think I should do here?
Yeah.
No. Immediately now you've lost control.
Gone out the window.
Yeah.
I'd have fired McDaniel when he's on the sideline asking, you letting Tyreek Hill run your team?
I know.
No.
He's on the sideline asking Tyreek what he thinks he should do.
Yeah.
And I would have fired him on the spot, dude.
Like
what?
The antics and stuff like that, like everything stays in the locker room, but like if you have public antics, you're going to get a public punishment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people may not see the fines you get or whatever, but people are going to know I'm going to be addressing it, and it's going to be known in the reports. A lot of these coaches that don't have that stuff. The good coaches, they talk about it. They don't tell you what happened with the player or what they did with the player, but they address it. They acknowledge it right off the bat. He avoided stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kingsbury does the same type of stuff. That's the same type of coach he is.
Yeah.
All right, let's switch gears. We got to wrap this up soon. Let's go over some records that were made, right? So you got Myles Garrett, got the sack record now. Did you hear what Michael Shanahan said?
No.
Strahan, I mean.
No, I didn't see that. What did he say?
He said, I got the 16-game record.
Yeah.
He got a 17-game record.
Yeah. Yeah, I always hate that. They're always going to – it's always – listen.
Record's a record, man.
Yeah.
I get the argument for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the guy's amazing.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He's a freak.
He's definitely a monster.
I mean, it's a 100% no ifs, ands, buts about it. Defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even a question.
No. Yeah.
No conversation.
No.
What about Cam Little? What do you had? Record indoor and outdoor?
He does now.
Yeah, he does
He
now.
does now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that dude, that kid is
70-yard, a 68-yarder, a 70-yarder. He kicked a 70-yarder in preseason, bro.
I know.
And then he kicked a 68 indoor field goal, which is their all-time record.
Yeah.
And he just kicked 6-7 yards.
Just
field
gets
goal
to
last
6,
week.
7 yard. Yeah, just nothing. Nothing.
Little ain't little.
Yeah. No.
Big record keeper.
Big boy. A big boy leg.
So the bad take, it's of the year. Did you guys hear this about the Jets?
Yeah.
So the Jets officially the only team ever since they've been recording interceptions since 1932, right? Had 0 interceptions this year. Not one. And then the jet airplanes were invented in 1939.
So think about this though. Think about who their head coach is. What was his position?
The defensive guy. Yep.
And he's the defensive back.
No, he was a defensive back. Though.
Yeah, you're right.
Even worse.
Back. Yep.
Like your whole thing is I'm taking the ball away and that's what you get. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think we got to wrap it up, guys.
Yeah.
Well, we would like to thank everyone for watching and listening. Make sure you like the show, share it with your friends, keep the conversation going. We'll be back here next week, same time, same place. We're going to be talking college football playoff championship, who showed up, who didn't show up, and we're jumping headfirst into the NFL playoffs and all the madness that comes with it. Just give a special shout out to John, Chris, 239 Live, and the Playbook Live will be live again next week on Friday at 6 p.m.
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys very much.
Hello.